and can he do it? This is the big conundrum as we reach the end of the first part of qualifying. Mick Schumacher, rides the bumps a little bit. Magnussen crosses the line. Schumacher makes it out of qualifying, and he relegates Valtteri Bottas into the
Schumacher
bottom 5. Round of applause.
What's going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with a new video, and today we are going to take a look at the 2022 Singapore qualifying. I know I'm several days late. We've been dealing with an absolutely nasty bit of a cold, and have not even thought about putting out videos. I've completely thrown it to the side. I've just been trying to get better. I've been laying in that bed right over there. So instead, today we're going to catch up, and actually would like to announce this here. We are going to do an entire 2-hour plus video watching the entirety of the Singapore Grand Prix. It's a reason to test the live stream setup, although it won't be a live stream. I'm gonna have the entire recording set, but also because I just want to do it. So we're gonna probably have that video will probably be out tomorrow. You'll get my live reactions. People are mad that I don't get to watch the entire races. I have the entire thing DVR'd. I saved it. I set it aside. I was not gonna get it spoiled for me. I will have that ready to go when tomorrow. It should be realistically tomorrow. We're gonna just try it up through OBS. But anyway, we're gonna take a look at the qualifying highlights from the Singapore Grand Prix, so I sort of know what to expect. I know Verstappen's gonna win the world title at this race. I just don't know how. I feel like everyone's predicting him to win. Imagine he crashes out though. That would suck. They brought everything, including like the world championship trophy there, and he's still not able to like grab it. But anyway, we're gonna take a look at this. You guys gotta let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on the qualifying highlights. And I will see you guys, which you should have it, notifications ready. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the full race. Let's get into the video. As well, guys, you can find the original video for the qualifying highlights down in the description below. It is on the F1 site, so it is blurred out. I do apologize, but let's get into it. Oh, it's been a while since we've seen some
Albon
F1.
through the final two corners. Has he got enough to move himself out of that bottom five?
I do this every time. We're gonna fix the settings, and then we're going to assess the situation. Tsunoda, Latifi, Vettel, Gasly, Albon all struggling to get out of Q1.
He hasn't.
That's it.
Yuki
That's
Tsunoda next to go faster. 8th fastest for Yuki Tsunoda in the Alpha Tauri. His teammate Pierre Gasly is next across the line. Only 11th fastest for Gasly. Better lap from Tsunoda. What about Sebastian Vettel? He's in the bottom 5 at the moment, and he's going to be the next driver to cross the line as underneath the bridge he goes now.
Just not look good on the track.
Vettel and Ricciardo down there in the drop zone as we got yellow flags.
Yeah, and in sectors 2 and 3, that could be bad news for those on a flying lap currently. Sebastian Vettel goes 11th fastest, gets himself out of that bottom 5. Ricciardo is out of qualifying, only 16th fastest for Daniel Ricciardo, and Esteban Ocon has crossed the line too.
This man is so done with McLaren, like it's unreal how much he probably hates them at this rate.
He too is out of qualifying. A surprise there for Esteban Ocon in the Alpine, so you can still see a little bit of spray there. Kevin Magnussen 7th fastest, Mick Schumacher 17th fastest. Now in his F2 championship winning year, qualifying wasn't his strongest point for Mick Schumacher. Never got on the front row in that particular year. His racing very much took care of business, but he would dearly love to be out of the bottom 5 here, I'm sure. And can he do it? This is the big conundrum as we reach the end of the first part of qualifying. Mick Schumacher rides the bumps a little bit. Magnussen crosses the line. Schumacher makes it out of qualifying, and he relegates Valtteri Bottas into the bottom 5. Round of applause down in the Haas garage.
That's a great one, actually.
Bottas and Ricciardo, Ocon and Albon and Latifi are the 5 that we've lost. Verstappen from Hamilton by a 10th at the top of the timings.
Q2's going to be sick.
As we see, round the final corner, Yuki Tsunoda goes 6th fastest on the intermediate tyres. He needed to go quicker, and boy, Ted Kravitz, did he do so.
Yeah, he did. Vettel was very close, but he did make it for one last go, as you're right. Come on, Sebastian. You love this track. You've won so many times here. This is the last time you're going to qualify around Singapore.
Isn't Vettel the defending champion here, too? That's how long it's been. That's kind of unreal to think about.
Let's see if he's got something magical in the bag on those slick tyres.
Fernando Alonso, 10th fastest, has just gone quickest overall through the middle sector. Mick Schumacher picking up pace. It's personal best all the way for him on this particular lap. Can he get his car into the top 10? No, he can't. Only 13th fastest for Mick Schumacher. What about then Pierre Gasly? As I say, 5 years to the day that he made his debut for the team he still races for, and he goes 6th fastest, just ahead of his teammate Yuki Tsunoda. 5 lap from Pierre Gasly. Gasly. Fernando Alonso goes 5th fastest, saves his best until the last lap as well, and it's going to be Lance Stroll who's next to cross the line. We're on board in the Aston Martin now. Can Stroll get this car into the top 10? His teammate hasn't managed it. Lance Stroll crosses the line, and it's 12th fastest.
So it's just George Russell. It's just up to George Russell.
Russell is out.
And you're right.
Oh,
by
George Russell's out?
1,000ths of a second.
Oh, he locked up. Oh, no. Oh.
The man with the most poles jointly with Lewis Hamilton won't be going for pole tonight. Hamilton will, and he was right up there in Q2 with Leclerc and Verstappen. Tsunoda, by the way, was only 2/10 slower.
Lewis Hamilton must love Singapore because he's getting the most out of that Mercedes. I don't know what they did to it, but he must be flying.
Than Verstappen through the middle part of the lap.
Checo?
We'll see Verstappen to cross the line.
Checo,
First
Singapore?
of the runners to cross the line in this final part of qualifying. So 1:56.9. Well, he did a 1:52.7 as his best time in Q2. So maybe it might not be too ready for slick tyres yet. Yuki Tsunoda goes faster with a 1:55.1 on the intermediate tyres. Tsunoda, Verstappen, Norris, Alonso, Sainz and Perez, that's the top 6. Charles Leclerc will be next to cross the line. Lewis Hamilton's finding plenty of pace. Charles Leclerc goes second fastest overall. Still Yuki Tsunoda at the top until Lewis Hamilton says, I quite fancy provisional pole myself, and a 1:53.0, and he suddenly puts a couple of seconds between himself and Yuki Tsunoda. And Sergio Perez crosses the line. 3rd fastest for Sergio Perez. He's never qualified that high here before. Fernando Alonso has, previous pole sitter, and goes right to the top of the pile. So can Hamilton snatch back provisional pole once again? We'll see in a moment with Charles Leclerc next to cross the line. Now he's on provisional pole. Hamilton to cross the line, and provisional pole is his once more. Fernando Alonso
what is up with this
goes
man?
back onto provisional pole.
It's the battle between Fernando Alonso and Lewis again. They are beefing with each other no matter the task. Like, I love that.
Into the
They're just battling
150s
for
here
pole.
this evening. Charles Leclerc will try and beat that. Doesn't just beat it, smashes it out of the park. 1:49.4 for Charles Leclerc. He's got a 9th pole position for him in 2022.
Verstappen, what happened?
He's backed off.
Has he backed
off, hasn't he?
He has aborted.
He's got time to get over the line.
Verstappen going for one more flying lap. Carlos Sainz, this will be his final flying lap of qualifying and goes on to the front row for Ferrari. It's Ferrari 1 and 2 now. Red Bull have got it all to do to try and claw back some good advantage here. And where can Hamilton and Mercedes and Alpine and Alonso put themselves as now Perez goes on to the front row for the first time in his career here in Singapore. It's changing by the minute, and did Alonso just tap the wall coming out there at turn 19? Looked to me like he rather did. Lando Norris goes 4th fastest. Hamilton has gone quickest through the middle sector. Fernando Alonso next to cross the line, 2nd row for him.
Wow,
4 previous pole positions here in Singapore for Lewis Hamilton. He's not been on pole in 2022, and he's not going to be on pole tonight. It is a first top 3 start currently for Lewis Hamilton, but he's missed out on pole by 5/100ths of a second.
I feel so bad for him. He's dominated in Q1, Q2, and the majority of Q3, and is still out-qualified by Checo. And
this
Leclerc.
is where he's just looked
so
a little
brutal.
bit trepidation throughout this run, clips the curb, gets out of shape before he hits turn 19, almost hits the wall coming out of turn 19, might be losing him a bit of time. Tsunoda goes ahead of Gasly. Max Verstappen, been on the front row here before, he's not going to be on the front row tonight. He aborts the lap, and it gives Charles Leclerc a pole position, and Verstappen on the weekend where he could seal the championship will be starting from 8th.
Box, Max. Box, 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 box.
Why? What the? Why?
That seems like a power move. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Fuel for scrutineering. So he was on a pole position lap, but he abandoned it. He was on another lap that was very near to pole position. Told to pit. He needs a fuel sample at the end of qualifying, otherwise he'll be thrown out and start at the back. That's an interesting grid, isn't it?
Okay, so Red Bull pulled a great tactical move there. But you know what? It doesn't even matter. It does not matter because Verstappen's going to find a way from P8 to run through the field. I already know what's going to happen. Come join me. Come join me watching it live. So we got Leclerc and Perez in the front row. Lewis and Carlos Sainz. It's going to be another Lewis-Fernando Alonso battle. I can see it. I can see Checo. I can see Leclerc and Max Verstappen. I think that's going to be the top 3. Checo looked good. He looked like a man possessed, finally, again, after a while. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Please, please, please come out for the video. That's going to be a full 2-hour video. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a really good time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And peace.